Welcome back to the channel for a little show and tell. Now this is a device, I don't know how I ever lived without it all these years working under shade trees and in the last few years here in my garage. But I finally bought one last year and it has been a huge time saver. Now I live 10 miles out of town and 10 miles from the nearest hardware store. So when I'm here and I'm trying to figure out, well, what size is this fastener anyway? You know, you run into all size fasteners when you're working on classic cars, right? Well, I've taken the guesswork out of it with this. This is an ingenious device, and you've probably seen similar versions of this at your hardware store. And it'd usually be mounted to something, and it has all these threaded inserts sticking out and all of these threaded holes for you to put screws in to determine which size is the right, what's the right thread, the pitch and the diameter. Well, I will tell you, this thing is handier than sliced bread. It's just, I can't live without it. In fact, I thought about giving them to my friends for Christmas presents because, you know, I got this and I thought, well, it might come in handy. I use the thing all the time. You know, especially when you've got a project car, and God knows they used how many different threads, size, bolts, nuts on, on my 56 Plymouth and my 55 Chevy. And so I get a random bolt or screw or nut, and I can check out and tell you exactly the pitch and the thread and what the size is with this. And it has all common SAE and all common metric sizes right there. It's just too dang handy. And so I'm ready to give these as Christmas gifts to my mechanically minded friends. So anyway, if you have a husband or a boyfriend or both that are mechanically inclined, like to tinker around in the garage or even around the house, this is not a bad gift. Now they may look at you funny like, huh? What do you mean? What's this for? Well, once they use it a time or two, they'll understand just how important it really is. That's all from the Shade Tree Garage. See you next week.